Hello, 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 my beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of The Motherload. I am your host, LWB. Today's podcast is brought to you by Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Spreaker.com, and a WWB production. With music by Mr. Andrew Riley. Well, folks, it gives me great pleasure today to introduce you to our next author, A. MacConnell. A. MacConnell is an author and dog parent living in the northwest of the USA, hiding in the woods even during the best of times. A. MacConnell has been generous enough to choose an excerpt from the first book of the Spears of the Lelut series, and it is called Spears' Sacrifice. It's about acceptance, it's about loss, and moving forward. So let's dive right in, folks, and enjoy A. MacConnell's chosen excerpts from Spears' Sacrifice. The Leilul should be back soon, Reem said. Azza glanced back at the Leilul's private home. Doing his bidding was their top priority, and this was what he had asked of them. Defend his strange house. He had told them once that the idea for its structure came from some far-off land. It fascinated Azza, though she wasn't sure she would ever want to live in it. It looked to have more space than anyone needed. He went to see the emperor, right? Azza asked. Yes. Do you know what it was about? Her Spears sister shrugged. Probably the usual. You know how it is. Azza did, but it didn't mean she understood. Politics were above her. All she knew was how to fit into the position Reem had led her to. She knew how to be a spearwoman, and that was all. It didn't mean Azza had no interest in what happened outside Hurka and the Emperor's lands, as the Leilul was the kind of person who could make her interested in something she didn't quite understand. Always pleasant, he ran Hurka with the promise of how he would run the entire land when the Emperor passed. Everyone knew and waited for something better than they already had. Do you think he'll come here first, or stay in Hurka for administration? Reem shrugged again. It's hard to tell. She moved her hand to her spear once more. It wasn't quite time, not yet, but Azza knew why Reem readied herself. Ambushing wouldn't work if the two Spear sisters knew what time it came. Azza shifted her stance, keeping the wall at her side and Reem at her back. The sound came from the brush leading down to Hurka. Azza decided to practice the lunge Reem had made her perfect only minutes before. In one smooth motion, she brought her spear forward. It blocked Lulu's spear before it reached her waist. She jumped aside, giving herself room to swing at Lulu's legs. It was always Lulu. Dowdy went for Reem and Lulu came for her. Azza wasn't sure why the other two warriors had decided that, but she didn't mind. To her, Lulu felt like the more practiced of the two. Azza enjoyed clashing against her more than she did against Dowdy. Yet after a few hits, she and Reem swapped places. She parried one of Dowdy's blows, moving Reem with her back so they could knock their two assailants into each other. Reem pushed back into Azza's arm with force. Force Azza used to knock the butt end of her spear into Dowdy's stomach. He hit the ground on his back. Lulu knew when to back off from Reem's lunge, placing the end of her spear down into the dirt. "Got us again, Dowdy?" He wheezed out a breath, but pushed himself upright. "Got us again," he agreed. Azza held out her hand and helped him to his feet. "One day we'll get you." Azza snorted. "I doubt that. You both have a long way to go." Reem laughed. "But better. Nice attempt. I think you were close to striking Azza once if I hadn't been there." Lulu smirked, shaking her head as her dark hair rattled against her face. Much like Azza and Reem, Lulu and Dowdy shared many characteristics as spear siblings. The most obvious was their hair, locked with beads. Dowdy's beads were smaller. He must have decided to follow Lulu's lead. Azza found it typical. "We must continue to work on our cooperation, Dowdy," said Lulu. "That is our fatal flaw, I believe. We have yet to figure out how to work together in a way that could possibly make a dent on them." "Is that why you stopped by earlier than normal?" Reem's question sounded more like a comment. "Were you surprised?" Lulu waggled her eyebrows at Azza. Azza rolled her eyes, but couldn't stop herself from grinning. "It's still too close. You should stop by long before you're supposed to take over our post. Then we might truly have to keep an eye out." "We're doing that the entire time. It won't make too much of a difference." Reem rested an arm on Azza's shoulder, leaning into her. "Don't lose any sleep trying to surprise us. We are unsurprisable." "You can say that all you want, but we'll beat you. One day." Azza shook her head. No offense to Dowdy's words or Lulu's effort, but she doubted it. They were too far behind. No one could beat both Azza and Reem. "Keep trying. We appreciate the attempt." "The practice," Reem corrected. "You both have a good night. We'll see you on the morrow." Well, folks, that does it for us here at the Motherlode, with love and thanks and blessings to A.A. MacConnell for the trust and the ability to share with all of our Motherlode listeners on this beautiful new April day where we may have challenges that are new to us. We rise to the occasion knowing that we are not alone. We are connected. We are one. We are blessed, and we will get through this together. Folks, I am LWB. Thank you for listening. Tune in to our podcasts today and tomorrow and of yesterday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Spreaker.com, and a WWB production will be back as always to entertain, to share, and shower you with love and light. Until the next time, I'm LWB signing out. You be good.